Question is, was the beef between you guys and Justin Bieber?
Whoa! Like, Louis was wild. He wanted to be wild, and that's his spirit. And also, he's my best mate now. But in the band, we hated each other. Like, to come to blows, hate each other. Like it was close.
Boy Zayn,
Ugh.
ex-bandmate, I should say.
Wayne Malik. Wayne.
Yeah.
There's many reasons why I dislike Zayn. And there was one moment where there was an argument backstage, and one member in particular threw me up a wall.
Question is, was the beef between you guys and Justin Bieber?
Whoa! Just get.
With the Bieber one, I think it was me, and we used to go back to the hotel, and I'd get absolutely wasted. I was drunk at the time when I said it, and I was like, someone said something about Justin Bieber to me.
Desculpa se eu nasci debochada.
Someone said something about Justin Bieber to me or whatever, and I wasn't even meaning to offend him. I wanted to offend them. And I was like, well, I mean, the only thing between me and him is I haven't been arrested. So then it started some like beef thing of
That's
like whatever.
so late. That's
right? Bro, I'm a smooth criminal. I don't get arrested for anything. Yeah, and so it started these things, then everybody started getting a bit like, you see each other at award shows, and obviously like, we're boys in the band.
Porque aquele ditado, eles não são eles sozinhos.
A boy, you know, not in the band, so it makes sense that we should hate each other, right? So like, and obviously our fan base is cross-generate, so it's actually as much the fans pushing this boundary. I thought, I'll just go and say hello to him. So I knocked on his door, went and had a chat with him, and we started talking, and it was in a different place in Bieber's head at this point. He'd come through all of the, you know, skirting around in Lamborghinis. It was sitting with him and having that conversation. Number one, I've done all the things that you've done, and I've never been caught for any of them, so that's number one. I said, you know what, I've always really felt for you, mate, and I think in our situation, we all suffer from the same disease in this. I said, and when I look at my boys, so I turn left and right, I've got someone who's going through exactly what I've gone through. I know in your camp, you're you, and there's no one like you, so you can't turn around and have that shoulder. And he was like, bro, that's giving me chills. When I watch Bieber, one, he's mastered every single instrument. He was playing drums since, you know. I was not doing that. I was banging my head off stuff when I was his age, and, you know, crying to my mom. And then you watch him, if he picks up a hockey stick, he'll master the hockey stick. He's just one of those guys.
He's good at everything.
One of the biggest accolades I ever remember about was having the biggest selling tour in the world for 3 years in a row. You know what? You didn't even look at that when you were in One Direction. It was really weird actually until it finished. And like I remember being on the phone to Lou after and being like, wow, like that was really something. You might have did a little thing there, you know. But yeah, until the dust clears, it's like you don't appreciate it for what it is, and regrettably so actually, because I wish I'd have understood it more while I was in the middle of it. No, you know what? We never got time to celebrate. That was the one thing in One Direction that I always hated. And so, I mean, I started to celebrate really early into award shows. I'd make sure I had a good time while I was there, because I knew I was going to be on a plane to Japan and like sleeping on the floor and like being greeted by 6,000 people.
Boys rowdy?
Yeah, in particular, a couple of them, yeah.
Which ones?
Like, Louis was wild. He wanted to be wild, and that's his spirit. And also, he's my best mate now, but in the band, we hated each other. Like, to come to blows, hate each other. Like, it was close. But it's like, his journey to mine was a little bit different. Not singing so much, will find their voice behind the stage. Louis did find his voice behind the stage, and he found his voice later on in the rest of the albums, and I would happily say now, without him doing that, even though sometimes it was the absolute death of me, he made all the right choices that I wouldn't have made. There's him from behind the stage making critical decisions on what songs we do, whereas I'm like, I don't even know if I like this song or not. But he knew what we should be. He knew what he wanted to identify as. And you know, that's why he's out and touring at the moment as well. So hats off to him. And I know he wouldn't mind me saying any of this, but he was crucial, even without the singing at the start.
actually come to blows?
We came very close at points. I think it was well known within the band that I don't like taking shit.
Right.
Made it very obvious. I'm not going to tell you how.
Meu Deus, tô pista.
And there was one moment where there was an argument backstage, and one member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
That is such a British thing to say.
What did he say after that?
Oh, he just took his hands off.
I've had an experience with one of your bandmates.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and he was fired up. Do you know about this?
Which bandmate are we talking about? I already think I know. But
Boy Zayn.
Ugh.
Ex-bandmate, I should say.
Wayne Malik. Wayne.
Yeah, man, we were in Vegas, and well, all right, this is like my secondhand experience. It was Jake's experience with him. Something happened where Jake said hi to Zayn. Jake felt like Zayn was disrespectful to him, and he wanted to say what's up. And so Jake tweeted at him. Then he was screaming in his hotel room because the rooms were right next to each other. He was, and there was a video of it online, screaming in his hotel room. He was like, I thought my brother was about to fight Zayn.
Listen. Before we go too deeply into this, there's many reasons why I dislike Zayn, and there's many reasons why I'll always be on his side. If I had to go through what he went through his growth and whatever else, and Zayn had a different upbringing in that sense, and you can always look at the man for where he is and say, oh yeah, whatever, that guy's a dick, right? But at the end of the day, once you understand what he's been through to get to that point, I can't sit here and dick on him because of whatever. And listen, I don't agree with any of his actions. I can't commend some of the things that he's done. I can't be on his side for that. What I can say is I understand, and I hope that your only hope is that at some point in their life, the person on the other end of the phone wants to receive the help that you're willing to give them. That's all I'll say.